Hey guys, how's it going? I hope everyone is doing well, day or night when you see this. So, we're going to be picking up from the Leo reading where unfortunately the power shut off in my neighborhood, and I had to switch over to my phone internet, which I believe I thought it was working. It said it was still live. Anyway, it recorded it to like 44 minutes and then it cut off when I was shuffling for Virgo. So then when they uploaded it later, it was only for like 11 minutes and 20 seconds. So the whole reading pretty much got erased somehow because of the power. So anyway, I guess it was meant to be in some way, but I did crack a couple jokes at you, Leo, for you sun sign Leos out there, or whoever, wherever you have Leo in your chart, and I said leave it to the Leo reading for some dramatic thunder and lightning and the power to go out and flicker a few times. So anyway, Leo, we are back. Picking up from where we left off in the first part of the reading. I believe we had just talked about the first tarot card here and a little bit of what was underneath it. So, again, everyone is welcome to this reading wherever you have Leo in your chart, or cross watchers are welcome as well. These are timeless readings. They're going to cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, money, etc. And then never force a reading if it doesn't resonate. Check out your other placements, right? Your sun, moon, rising, just as an example to see what else, may resonate more clearly for you depending on what is going on in your life. So, like for me personally, a lot of times I will read all three of my horoscopes. So I'll read my sun, moon, and rising. So yeah. All right. So anyway, with that being said, let's go where we left off here, Leo. Okay. So we were talking about your first card in the first week, the Chariot in the reverse position, which we said could be from around, right, not set in stone, April 1st through the 8th. And then we had all of the cards from the top and the bottom of these two different decks. They all wanted to be talked about underneath the Chariot. So I believe we had just, been speaking about before in the other video where we have the Empress and the right side up position, okay? And whatever is underneath this Chariot card is energy from the past. And then also we had the Hanged One, or the Hanged Man as it's known, in the right side up position. So Pisces energy, Libra energy, all right? But in the past, in some way here, there is, a divine feminine energy here with the Empress, okay? So we also have with the Hanged One, it talks about seeing something from a new perspective, okay? So a person could be doing that in the past, or you could, or the general environment situation was wanting to look at the world from fresh point of view, from fresh eyes, almost like they were a newborn baby just being born, okay? And then on the other hand, with the Empress here, we have confidence. We have also could be a leadership role, right? She is the businesswoman of the CEO. She's the businesswoman of the tarot, is what I meant to say. But yes, she is also the CEO of the tarot. All right. And so a lot of nice energy here with the Empress in the past. She's channeling her emotions with the waterfall in the background to manifest whatever it is she wants to bring into her life. Okay. So right here, this is where I think the video cut, is you have a repeating card, okay, Leo? So I'm going to pull and, show you a little bit of some foreshadowing that I normally don't show until the end of the reading, but I'll just show it to you here real quickly. You have the Empress card again, okay? They're both in the right side up position from two different decks. So it's always cool to see how the different artists depict the same kind of energy as well. All right, but when this happened, it is a particular message from Spirit to pay even closer attention, because, like, if you've been here before, or if you haven't been here before and you're new, of course, welcome. But I always do shuffling, okay? So sometimes you'll see me shuffle for one zodiac sign if I'm doing two per reading, and then you won't see it for the other one because I'm just trying to save time. All right. So, anyway, like I said, I like to do, of course, lots of shuffling and clearing of the deck. All right. So, we have, again, when we're repeating card, a particular message from spirit. All right. So, we'll put this back over here because we'll talk about it more again towards the end, but I just wanted to show you. Okay. Now, if we keep going underneath that, right, we also have past energy. Now, this time, Leo, we have now three divine feminine energies from the past. Okay. So we all have masculine and feminine energies inside of us, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to just be referring to a woman, let's say. Okay. It could also be a metaphor for the general energy or environment. But here we have the high priestess. Okay. So we got some Pisces energy, Scorpio a little bit. And then we have the official card of Sagittarius, the temperance card. All right. So it looks like here in the past, okay, you had a lot of divine feminine energy that was being used to manifest goals, right? To plant seeds for the future. Okay, so she is pregnant with possibility, right? And then also in the past, somebody was really using their intuition with the high priestess here. All right, she is known in this deck as the priestess of the silver star. Okay, so that's why we got Pisces energy. The silver star is the moon. Okay. Then over here with the temperance card, okay, she is taking two, pictures of water, and she is transmuting emotions, right? And so this really talks about Hermes. No, this really talks about having balance in the 3D and the 5D spiritual world, the 3D physical world, right? In this deck, they call her the daughter of the reconcilers, okay? So she wants to find peace and balance in some way, forgiveness, patience, all those things, okay? So all this stuff here was going on in the past, Leo. All right, and again with the hanged man or the hanged one, as it's called in this deck, right? They're all underneath this chariot in the reverse, right? So it's almost like, why would the chariot be reversed with all this backing of this past energy that is very positive and for momentum and progress and all those things, right? So why is the chariot in reverse? It could be that it has something to do with the general astrology, collective unconscious, world events, right? But it could also be that there is this energetic blockage, gentle reminder, challenge, slow down, where somebody is quite not ready to move forward in some way. Okay. Of course, we have the chariot, so Cancer energy, but it could also be that even though we have all this feminine energy down here, right? Even if just the imagery, if you take away the name of this, right? We've got a baby in the womb, so feminine energy as well, right? In some ways, a lot of ways. Well, we don't know. The baby could be a man, right? But anyway, what I'm saying is there is an imbalance, right? So normally with this male lion and the female lion, or vice versa, right? When it shows up in this reverse position, Leo, there could be not enough masculine energy here to move forward in some way. So that could be the universe slowing you down or slowing them down or multiple people down or general environment situation down to kind of work on something like that. Okay. But whatever this energy is here, Leo, it doesn't last for too long, because then by the second week, now you have for momentum, progress, and movement. All right. So you go from the chariot in reverse to now the Three of Cups in the right side up position. So, if I was to pause your reading for a second here and say, what would be the best week or weeks to accomplish something within our control, right? So, I would say, Leo, if there's something that you can do within your own control, like traveling, if it's on your own terms or time frames, right? Or manifesting something, doing your goals, your rituals, then it looks like really the best week is that second week here in April, which we said could be from around April 9th through the 15th or so, okay? Because with this Three of Cups here now, we have also two masculines, right? So remember how we were saying we need a little bit more masculine energy? Well, here we've got some two images of masculine energy here. But we have emotional fulfillment and satisfaction. The cups are in the right side up position, but it is a very supportive energy. They're coming together to possibly celebrate something here. So, I see that as a really positive card. For a very small few, it could be referring to third party situations, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. I feel like majority of it is this really supportive, balanced, celebratory energy coming in here. And I say that too because the card that follows, right? So, we have now in that third week the Two of Pentacles in the right side up position, also known as Two of Sacred Circles in this deck. Okay. So this is about returning to our priorities, okay? Really working on manifesting possibly money and wealth, right? And abundance, whatever that means for you. But also, um, how do I gain more values, right? How do I become more valuable to myself and or others, etc., right? Vice versa. So I feel that this is going to come in after the Three of Cups because here you have this supportive energy. Okay. So if also when I said for a very small few, it could be third party situation. You can look up what third party means, but it's not always three different people. It can be two people and then an interfering energy or something going on. But look that up on your own because I really don't feel that necessarily applies to the majority of you here. I feel it is again more supportive and more celebratory energy. So when you or they or the energy knows that there can be support and there can be celebrations from time to time, right? All things in moderation, that gives you the space or gives them or the multiple people general environment situation space to then go back and focus on their priorities, right? Focus on gaining more money, wealth, abundance, and values. Okay. So this Native American man is praying to the bear spirit to say, how do I make my money, my food, my energy, etc., fill in the blank, last during the winter? Okay. So the bear is hopefully trying to give him some wisdom. And he's asking for that. If you turn this Two of Pentacles, Two of Sacred Circles on the side, you have the infinity symbol circulating or circling both of them, the bear and the Native American man. Okay, so that is the symbol for manifestation and magic, right? We see it sometimes or all the time above the magician in the tarot card as well. All right, and we also see it in the Strength card, which is your official card, Leo. So this is saying that if you in some way in a past life or even just in your own past was able to be a manifester, to be a magician, to create your reality, right? That you can do it again. But of course, it takes small baby steps in the beginning, right? This is Two of Pentacles, it's not eight or 10, which is the highest number in the tarot. So it's the beginning part, but it is really important to do it, in the right way and to wanting to not always have to struggle, right? So a lot of times in other decks, you would see the Two of Pentacles card where it's a man on one foot and he's juggling two different balls or whatever you want to call it, whatever the juggling balls are called. Okay. And he's also standing on a dock and it's storming outside and it's rocking back and forth. And so it's like a struggle, right? So it's like there has to be a way to get out of, that struggle energy or poverty mindset, if you want to call it that. Okay. So I think that, this is going to be important to set that up here, Leo, in that third week of April, which we said could be from around, not set in stone, April 16th through the 22nd. All right. But let's keep moving. We have some other stuff to talk about here. So now when we get to your fourth card, fourth week here, Leo, we see another slowdown of energy. Okay. And it's almost like you're reading bookends with two slowdown periods, one in the beginning of the week and beginning of the month, and one at the end of the month. Okay. And so this is somebody or some energy perhaps not wanting to do the research that they need to do not wanting to do a little bit of introspection, asking people for advice, or just doing the research and taking notes, right? So when this Two of Staves, Two of Wands card shows up in the reverse position, it's almost like this Egyptian woman, we see the back of her head looking to the Nile River. She's watching the ships go by. She's asking herself, have they been in similar situations? What can I learn from them? She's doing her research, right? Um, if it was a modern card, you might see this card as somebody at the library or reading a book or looking at their computer or whatever you want to, however you do your research, right? But you can do a lot and learn a lot from people watching. So this is like the people watching card. But because it's in the reverse position here, Leo, it could just be that you can't force this stage to enter your life or enter someone else's life or the general environment situation. So if you're still over here worried and working on your priorities, once you get to that point where you aren't worried anymore, you've talked to the bear spirit, right? He's given you some advice about how to save your money and make it grow, save your energy and make it grow, all those things, right? So that I just kind of see it that way, okay? And it is just a slowdown of energy too, right? So a lot of times when we get to the end of the month, right? A lot depending on when your bills are, due, right? Um, sometimes it's due right in the next month at the first of the month, like today, right? And so you're like, yeah, I'm gonna slow down because in that way I need to make sure I pay all my bills first, right? Or whatever it is here. But also it could be when we talk about the Two of Staves in the reverse position or Two of Wands, it could be that there's some health issues that need to be looked at. I feel like if there are any, they would be like really small, nothing too big there. But I really feel like it's more of the first thing I said, where you can't force the introspection, you can't force that people watching energy, you can't force someone to do research or to ask for advice until they're ready or till you're ready, right? But let's keep going and see what else we have here for you, Leo. All right, so now we come to your tarot confirmation card, which I showed you earlier, right? But we're going to talk about it more in depth. Okay, so this is a combination of past and future energy. All right, and it's the Empress card, right? Remember, you have a repeating card this month, right? So this is past energy, the larger card, and the smaller card is future and past energy. Okay, so when this card comes in, it's confirming all four cards at the top, all 4 weeks that we just talked about for the month of April. All right, and in this deck, they call her the daughter of the mighty ones. Okay, so she looks pretty badass, right? She has her, oops, maybe it won't focus if I get too close. She's got her, Libra, I'm sorry, Leo, you are Leo. She has her Libra balance scales at the top, right? Letting us know, of course, that this is Libra energy. Um, and so it's not the official card, right? It's not the justice card, but here is that Libra energy coming in and wanting to find balance. You started off the beginning of your reading with talking about maybe possibly for some a lack of masculine energy, a lack of balance in some way, to use both, right? Because all of that divine feminine energy was there, but maybe not as much as the divine masculine. Okay. Um, but I also feel that this is like somebody getting their confidence back, taking on a leadership role if that's an option, right? And generally just wanting to handle business. Okay, so just like her, she's pregnant with possibility, right? She's using her emotions from a nice place to guide her intuition and to make decisions in the 3D physical world as well. Okay, so I feel because it's coming up here again as your confirmation card, it's like just, don't get frustrated here, Leo, if you are again still in that Two of Sacred Circles energy in the third and even fourth week, and you don't want to force that Two of Staves to be in the right side up position until you're ready. But this Empress is like, you will be ready, right? Or the other person or the general environment situation will be ready. when things are more balanced, right? And we're coming from a confident place, and we're coming from a place of power. We're also not doing everything on our own, right? So this CEO, businesswoman, the Empress of the Tarot, she delegates tasks to others, right? So she can have not be crazy and be burnt out. So that's another thing too to think about. All right. So let's see what your oracle card says here for you, Leo. So for this time period, you got the fog card. All right. So we're going to read a little bit from the book here since, again, I don't have all these memorized. And sometimes they just have a really beautiful way of saying it that maybe I don't have. Okay. Or just a different way or an added different, yeah, just a bonus, right? All right. So let's see what it says here. All right. So it says disorientation, a funk, or a lull. Okay. When the fog card is present, nothing is clear, not even the problem. It's hard to orient oneself or to know where you're headed. A distinctly damp mood blankets the laboratory, the alchemist laboratory. Fog can be surprisingly pleasant as a counter to drama, and therefore it can lull us into sleep for long periods of time. With its cooling nature, fog is a natural balm for pain and trauma. Yet this state cannot sustain us, for we long to see the horizon and our surroundings. There are two solutions. The first is heat in the laboratory. Think sweating, desire, confrontation, passion, creativity, right, Leo? All those things, fire sign, right? Heat. And then it says, if that's too edgy, the second and inevitable solution is time. As they say, the morning fog burns off by noon. The sun will be seen again. How much time you spend in the fog is yet to be determined. It says, when the fog is thick, reach out to a dear friend or mentor. It's important to get oriented and to feel seen when you are within the alchemy stew of the fog. Okay, so I'm going to pause it here because there's a little bit, two sentences more. This is definitely when it's talking about get a friend, get a mentor, family member, whoever to lean on, right? That's that Three of Cups energy that we were talking about, the supportive energy in the second week here, Leo. Okay. Now, also, when it's talking about getting, fired up, what did it say? Confrontation, passion, creativity, what else was that? Blah, blah. Desire, sweating, right? Getting in the physical body. Okay. Fire sign energy. That is you, Leo. All right. So you have, I wanted to mention this earlier too. You have, right, this, and I can't remember if I mentioned it in the first part of this video or not, but I'll just say it real quickly. What you're lacking in this reading as far as your minor arcana is you don't have any swords. Okay, you got air energy with the Empress, but you've got the cups, the pentacles, and the wands. So you've got water signs, water energy, earth signs, earth energy, fire signs, fire energy, and of you, of course, being a fire sign. But there's no swords, air energy, besides, again, the Empress. That's not an official swords card. So it could be saying another thing that I think of is, right, I say this all the time. If you've been here before, right, but or if you know tarot in general, right, the swords represent our crown chakra, our logical mind. So if you're in the fog or in a funk or a slowdown of energy, and it could be with all the water that you had in that first week too, and a little bit of fire, a little bit of air, but a lot of water. Maybe what's needed to make the fog go away is the sword energy, right? The sword's coming in, being a tool or a weapon to clear your path, right? So maybe there is some areas in your chart, in your individual birth chart, like where you have air energy, and maybe read into that and pick up on that, okay? Whatever it means for you, maybe it means even just going outside and being in the air, clean air more, okay? All right, let's see what else. The last two things here. It says the automatic response of "I'm fine" is the fog energy personified into speech. Notice when you're saying it. See if it's possible to allow a little color and clarity in. Again, clarity, air sign energy, air, right? And this deck always talks about some artwork or music or films that get you into the energy of this card to understand it better. So it says to go deeper, listen to A Foggy Day, which is performed by Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong. So I love both of them. I don't remember that song in particular, but I'm gonna have to go listen to it after this. Okay. And then also the last thing it says here, Leo, is to ponder or think about cooling the mind, right? What does it mean to cool the mind down? Okay, so if there is a lot of overthinking and we're, let's say, maybe overrun with a little bit of the emotions, the cups, water sign energy, then we need more earth, we need more grounding, then we need more air, right? And then, of course, a little water. So, whatever cooling the mind or thinking about what cooling you down, cooling off, again, cool, fresh air, something like this, okay? Um, but yeah, that is your reading, dear Leo. And again, so sorry for the cutoff of the video. I was really sad because I probably said some other stuff that I can't remember exactly right now, but it was for some reason. Okay. Technical difficulties with all the storms. But yes, thank you guys so much as always for your energy, for your likes, for your views, for your sharing of the video if you feel guided to share it with friends or family, and of course also for your subscriptions. If you haven't subscribed yet and you want to, it is free. All you have to do is click on the subscribe button, and as long as you have a basic YouTube account set up with your email, it would just notify you when I put out new readings. Okay. So, whatever you feel guided to do. But it does also let me know when you hit that like button that not only did you like something in the video or appreciate, you're also sharing it more with others. The more likes that a video gets in the first day or 2, 3 days, then it will be shared more with others. So it's another great free way to support the channel if you feel guided. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to take a quick break here and then we're going to come back with, since we already did Virgo, we're going to come back with Libra and Scorpio. All right. See you guys later. Take care. Okay. And feel free to let me know in the comments down below how this may shape up for you. And also anything that you might want to see on the channel, or even if you just want to say hi. All right. But no pressure. Okay. See you guys later. Bye.